Good morning and welcome, everyone, to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's Daily Free Winner Show, brought to you by who? The best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. Now, before we start every show, good morning, Dionne.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It is Friday, which means we get a couple of days off from doing shows. Doesn't mean we take a few days off from sports handicapping because, guys, as all of those cappers you're going to see today and the great cappers that are over at SportsMemo know all too well, we don't get a day off. So while a lot of people out there are fast asleep in their beds counting sheep, we're up and awake. While farmers are asleep in their beds, guys like Ross Benjamin, Jeff Michaels, and Dr. Chuck, as well as Dana and myself, are up and working to provide winners for you. We do have some exciting things we want to tell you about. Before I get into anything, I'm always positive, especially about Vegas. I'm going to gripe about something. Okay, we got 3 cars in the house, okay? We got a car I probably can't fit into. I got a new Maserati. I got a 72 Ford Mustang hatchback that I love. It was supposed to be my son's graduation present when he graduated high school. Went right into the Marines. He never got the present. So it's still sitting in the garage. Dion's car, we got a gorgeous, and we love it. I'm a Cadillac guy. All right, I'm 53. I bet you I had 30 new Cadillacs in my life. I had a couple of Lincolns in there and a Buick. I'm a Guido. What can I say? I am so pissed off at Cadillac West for Vegas. I'm griping. The third time that I had to go in for servicing, oil changes, tire rotating, whatever it is. The third time they put me off yesterday. They told me I would be there a couple hours. They told me they'd give me a ride home. Fine. Well, they said that the car would be there a few hours. Well, I told them that there's a little squeak when I start the car and when I back out of the driveway or hit the corner, the first few corners that I hit. Told them that on the phone. They said, that's an issue that we have with the brakes, but we'll take a look at it anyway, but it's normally nothing. We're going to put the front tires to the back to the front, and we're going to do an oil change. Fine. Few hours, but we'll get you a ride home. Okay, great. I got there. They told me, oh, no, it's going to be more than a few hours. I said, great. Can you give me at least a ride home, please? They said, we have 4 people ahead of you. It's going to be at least a few hours for that. So then I'm supposed to get all my stuff free. All right, so the warranty and all that stuff. We only give you the first one free. You got to read the fine print. You have to pay. It's $240 for this, and that. I said, $240. I said, what's the oil? Dipped in gold? I said, I don't understand. And in any case, I got pissed off. They were supposed to call me at noon. Took a little nap. Woke up in the afternoon. Funny thing how when I was younger, I hated naps and being spanked. Now I love naps and I like to be spanked. Thanks to Dionne. She likes to spank me. Anyway, they gave me a big headache last night. And I screamed at them on top of my lungs.
Worst customer service ever.
Worst customer service ever. So I just want you to know, going to Cadillac East to go get a new car, probably in a few weeks, for Dionne, only because of spite. That's the old Jerry Seinfeld. I'm doing it out of spite. I know Ross Benjamin's in the waiting room. I know he's laughing. I know he's got to be a spite guy. Not a spite guy, but a Seinfeld person. Why are you doing it? Out of spite. That's why I'm bringing the car back. Nothing really wrong with the car. I'm just going to bring it back out of spite. That's all. Having said that, we're going to go on some exciting positive notes now. Guys, we are so close at the SportsMemo YouTube channel to 5,000 subscribers. Please help us reach our goal. Hit that subscribe button. Also, tune in later today to Full Count, SportsMemo's MLB betting coverage show. I'm going to be hosting. Joining me, Kevin Thomas and Jeff Michaels, a.k.a. JM Sports. So don't make any of your Friday baseball betting decisions till you tune in for that. Dionne has not 1 but 2 great discounts she wants to tell you about.
I do. So who's thinking about buying football in June? Well, the great folks over at SportsMemo have an early bird football promotion for you at Wager Talk and SportsMemo. NFL and college football combo is $8.99, but using code football100, you get $100 off, bringing it down to just $7.99. On top of that, they are throwing in a little extra bonus. On July 4th, they are taking the highest scoring MLB game of that day and giving you $10 for every run scored. That is amazing deal right there. That there alone,
just great. Great stuff. The customer appreciation that the viewers and supporters out there receive from SportsMemo, it's unrivaled. Now you have something else to talk about.
They also gave a great promo for me for WNBA. Since starting, I am 4-1 in WNBA, and they ran a special for me for right now. 30 days, all of my plays for just $59 comes down to less than $2 a day. All you have to do is use code WNBA30.
Now, sports fans, I do want to say, let me move the camera a little bit. I do want to say one thing. We got a comment yesterday on the show, and By the way, all you that comment on the shows, 99.999% of it is positive. You like our content. You like the kibitzing that Dionne and I do. You love our guests. You love the free content. Somebody said that they don't like my glasses because they reflect and it is annoying. And my immediate response is, well, I swept the board again yesterday. Free plays, paid games. You're going to have to put up with it. Two things about the glasses, guys. First of all, if you could get past my annoying voice, which I think Ross Benjamin would agree, my voice could give aspirin a headache. If you can get past that and that doesn't annoy you, my glasses do, well, I want you to know something. I'm so friggin' cool that the sunshine follows me even indoors. So the glasses are staying on. There you go. So having said that,
enough said.
Without any further ado, we have an all-star Murderers Row panel today, guys. This is one of the best panels we've ever had. Let's bring them all on. Let's introduce everybody. We got Jeff Michaels, a.k.a. JM Sports. We got the pioneer of the sports betting industry, Ross Benjamin. And we got the doctor making a rare Friday house call, Dr. Chuck. Happy Friday, gentlemen. I can't tell you, this is one of the best panels we've ever had. And on a Friday going into the weekend, guys, I love you guys. Jeff, how are you doing?
Good. I can't complain. I'm excited to start the weekend off with this note.
Dr. Chuck, making a house call. How are you doing today, sir?
Feel good Friday. So let's give everybody some winners, a bunch of winners on this panel here.
And Ross Benjamin, I got to tell you, Ross, you started out good looking and you get even better looking every time I see you. It's almost annoying. That's why I wear a hat and the glasses to hide myself. I mean, I'm a sexy son of a gun. And next to you, I'm ugly. I feel like I'm doing one of those Oceans movies with Brad Pitt. It really is annoying, but I do enjoy you because you bring so much to the sports betting table. And I want you to know, Dionne and I always look forward to Friday because we know we get to spend time with you, who is not just one of the best in the history of this business, but one of our favorite people. And I know that you're always going to bring it, and you are as entertaining as you are informative, and we can't wait to hear what you got. Now, Ross, I do see your name all over SportsMemo's leaderboards, and you're batting first today. Trust me, guys, in an all-star game, Ross Benjamin could bat cleanup, but he likes to bat first because he walk it like he talk it. He gets his games up a little bit after some of his games up a little bit afterwards. Then he goes and he puts his bets in. He's got some great, exciting things he wants to tell you about today. And over the weekend at Sports Memo, he's got another free winner for you. Mr. Ross Benjamin, take it away.
Joe, if you had a law degree, I would make you my agent, So thank you for the kind words, buddy. It's always a pleasure. And thank you both for having me. And looking forward to a great weekend here. Major League Baseball is starting to heat up. 4-0 the last 3 days at Sports Memo, 7-2 since last Saturday. My plays of 4% or greater, which I deem to be top plays, very good as well. We're hitting 67% on those plays over our last 52. So everything going well. A lot of money to be made. A lot of great handicappers at Sports Memo. And very competitive, too, which makes us all good at the end of the day when you have handicappers of that caliber pushing you on a daily basis. Anyway, my free pick today comes in the St. Louis Cardinals and Boston Red Sox game. Couple of right-handers going with Adam Wainwright, the veteran, going for the St. Louis Cardinals, and former Cardinal Michael Wacha makes a start today for the Boston Red Sox. Right now, the total in this game is 10, and St. Louis is a 123 money line road favorite in this contest. Michael Wacha, 10 starts this year, 7 of them have gone under the total, and his 2.33 ERA has a lot to do with those low-scoring affairs. As a matter of fact, in his 4 home starts this year, Wacha has a tremendous 0.86 ERA when considering you're pitching at hitter-friendly Fenway Park. That's a nice achievement. The Boston bullpen, by the way, doing very well of late, a 2.16 ERA over their last 7 games. And Boston, like I alluded to when I gave you the opening line, is a money line underdog here of plus 103. The Red Sox are 15-5 under the total this year as a money line underdog of between plus 100 to plus 150. So that certainly applies. Adam Wainwright, 5-1 to the under on the road this season with a 3.00 ERA. And also over his last 3 starts, Wainwright has exhibited tremendous form, posting a 2.14 ERA and averaging 7 innings pitched per start. which is always a good thing, especially when your bullpen's not one of the worst or one of the best in baseball, although they are red hot over their last 7 games. Cardinals relievers have a cumulative 2.05 ERA and 0.86 WHIP over their last 7. And finally, when the St. Louis Cardinals are minus 100 to minus 150 on the money line, which they are today, since the start of last year, within that money line parameter, and you add the fact that Adam Wainwright is your starting pitcher, they've gone 15-4 to the under in those situations. You guessed it, St. Louis and Boston under the total of 10. Don't forget, folks, to visit me at my page at SportsMemo, Ross Benjamin Sports. And like I said, a lot of good streaks all posted right on my page. And thank you for having me again, Joe.
Sports fans, Ross Benjamin, a pioneer in the sports betting industry, got under Cardinals, Red Sox. Go over to SportsMemo right after the show. Go follow Ross. Trust me, I'm going to tell you right now, over the years, he's made more people more money. I'm going to tell you, it is just off the charts. He walking like he talking. And by the way, Ross, I always believe in a good lawyer. 28 gross misdemeanors, not 1 felony. That's a fact. That's a fact. I always had friends of mine going, I can't believe you paid $20,000 for a lawyer. Dude, I didn't do a minute in jail. You did 6 months. It's always worth it. Just like you need you need a good lawyer. You need somebody good to trade your stocks. You need a great doctor. You don't take out your appendix. You don't defend yourself in a courtroom. And you certainly don't try to pick your own winners. Go to a professional like Ross Benjamin. I promise you'll make money. Ross, I know you
start calling you my cousin Joey.
I love it. I love it. 28 gross misdemeanors, Russ. By the way, I had Oscar Goodman defend me 3 times. Let me put it this way. If he was brought up to the majors, he went 0-3. He would have been sent right back down to like Tacoma or something. That's how bad he was. One time he couldn't even find the courtroom. I had to plead the case out myself.
That's because of too many martinis.
Too many of those Bombay Sapphire martinis. That's a true story, guys. It was hysterical. It was hysterical. I didn't want to pay him the rest of what I owed him, and he told me, like a week later, he says, I'm waiting on that check. He said, I'm waiting. I said, I'm still waiting for you to find the courtroom. You're not getting paid. I planned it out with the DA myself. So,
by the way, I'm a Cadillac guy too.
Gotta love those Cadillac. I love a Cadillac.
I had an old candy apple red Cadillac Fleetwood back in the day. I loved it. So I don't know why I got away from Cadillacs, but I'm soon to reinvest, I think, within the next 6 months.
I got to tell you, I'm a Cadillac. I'm a Guido, Ross. I'm a Guido.
Yeah, well,
I grew up in Cadillacs. I like legroom. It's got power. And I want you to know, while my wife drives that car, I feel she's safe in it. And that's very important to me. And it's got a little harumph. It's nice. And it always looks good. It's a good-looking car. It's got a nice kick to it. Plus, when you do 120 on Tropicana, But, guys, Ross Benjamin, go follow him. We always have some fun here on the show.
You guys have a great weekend, and I appreciate you having me on again. Chuck and Jeff, knock 'em dead. Joey and Dionne, love you guys.
Love you too, buddy.
All right.
Have a great weekend. God bless you and your family.
Right.
Sports fans, Ross Benjamin is one of the best out there. And certainly go follow him. Numbers don't lie. He's got some of the best numbers in the history of this business. Do something once, do it twice. You're lucky. Do it over decades. Only Ross Benjamin could do that. So let's go from Ross Benjamin to the prettiest on the panel today. My wife, the first lady of Las Vegas, who, if I'm not mistaken, you had a good day yesterday. Again, did you win another WNBA game?
I won another WNBA
game. Now
you're I am 4-1 since starting. I won my MLB game yesterday. I won my free play, but unfortunately, I did drop in that stupid NBA game.
Sports fans, just really quick. And I know we kibitz a lot, but I want to tell you, Dan and I get up about the same time every morning, and we do get up during basketball, college and pro basketball. We're up at like 1:30. Now we get up really late, like 2:30-ish. She makes some coffee. I take a shower. I get my pitching report. I get a pitching report delivered to my house, 3:15 every morning. Every morning gets delivered, dropped on my doorstep. Okay? Well, in front of the garage. But I'll tell you this, guys. When there's limited amount of games left, so when we're talking playoffs, NBA, playoffs, I don't do hockey, she doesn't do hockey, playoffs, NFL, or we're getting down to the last few games of college football or college basketball, Dan and I, we don't know who we have. Now, we were on opposite sides. I didn't know until last night. I didn't know until last night.
Unfortunately, I took the wrong side yesterday.
Well, you know what?
And I'm sure I'm not the only one.
A lot of people
thought
that Boston was not going to let it up.
I did not think that they were not going to put up a fight to make it go one more game.
However, saying that, let me say all that. 4-1 since starting the WNBA.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
All right. And I got to tell you, very proud of you. You won another baseball game and another free play yesterday.
And another free winner yesterday.
Your free plays, I know Dr. Chuck loves this. 55, 56, and like 14 or 15 run free plays on the show. Off the charts. For free plays, you're making your money. What are your paid games are going to do? She has some free stuff. She has some premium stuff she wants to tell you about. She has some free stuff to tell you about. Take it away,
Take
Dionne.
it away. All right. Like Joey did say, since starting in WNBA, I am 4-1. And after looking at the games this morning, I'm waiting for the lines to settle. So make sure you come back later this afternoon to the website to get more of my WNBA winners. And like Joey did mention, yesterday I did go 2-1 in all sports. And as of this morning, I have just one winner posted with my 67% MLB round tripper for just $10 over at SportsMemo. And today's free winner takes place in the American League, where the Rangers face the Tigers in Game 2 of this series. Granted, Texas took Game 1, handling Detroit their 5th consecutive loss. And yet, Detroit is favored here today. That tells me something about this game, and it should tell you something about it as well. The Tigers have taken 5 of the last 6 meetings in this series and come in here with the team's wins leader getting the start. Skubal is 5-3 with a 2.71 ERA on the campaign. Following 8 consecutive solid appearances, the left-hander had his poorest and shortest outing of the season in his last start. I expect him to bounce back here and get the job done. John Gray takes the hill on the road. The right-hander is just 1-3 with a 4.85 ERA. Following a players' meeting Wednesday that resulted in failing to heat up the team's offense, they have to do something today, knowing All-Star break is right around the corner. The Rangers are 1-4 the last 5 meetings in Detroit, while the Tigers are 5-1 the last 6 as a home favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and take Detroit here.
First League of Las Vegas, who is just tearing it up with free and premium winners, for that matter, says take the Tigers minus 125. I just want to reiterate, you won another WNBA game yesterday.
I did.
Real quick, guys. Dionne and I are old school. We like to put a product on our shelves very, very early. We want to make sure, for those of you, when you wake up, you want a little something, we have something for you. So we get up a little earlier. We're on West Coast, so we have that luxury.
Mm-hmm.
We get a little tired by the afternoon, especially my age. I'm old. She's young. And for those guys out there, especially in Sports Memo, those cappers that put them up a little bit later, more power to you. You guys are all documented winners. For us, we get up earlier. But having said that, we discussed this the last few days on this show. With the WNBA, I don't do WNBA. Dionne just started about a week and change ago. She has found out that the lines really move significantly. So she's waiting till a little bit later on in the day to put out those WNBA plays. So normally our plays are up by 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is already 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm talking for the daily sports.
Right.
But she has come to experience that the WNBA, she has to wait a little bit to get those up. Is that correct?
Just waiting a little bit longer just to see if the lines are going to move or if they're going to stick to where they are. I don't like to jump the gun too early in the morning, but by around 9:30, that's kind of when I like to see where the numbers are laying.
By the way, I just want to tell you, when you first met me and you knew I had all those gross misdemeanors, would it have changed anything if I told you? Anyway.
I'm not even going to answer that
fans,
one.
There you go. I'm pleading the fifth on that one. Guys, we're going to go to the best doctor, the doctor of sports betting. He's making a house call. I think we're very lucky to have him here because I've seen him all over the leaderboards over at Sports Memo. And I check those leaderboards, guys, and you should too, because numbers don't lie. We're totally transparent here at Sports Memo. Best collection of cappers on the planet. But on the whole roster of great cappers, the doctor is one of the best there is. Dr. Chuck, happy Friday to you. I know you got some great things happening. You had some great things happening the last few days. I know you got some great things happening tonight and over the weekend. And another free winner for everyone. Doc, take it away.
Yeah, so to that point, like Dionne was saying with the WNBA, it's you got to feel your way through it. And so I like what she's done there with being disciplined and not jumping on anything. I think as far as Sports Memo goes, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think for the most part, as of this moment, I think it's pretty much Dionne, myself, and R&R that are putting out regular WNBA sides, and I find it, and I don't know if Dionne is the same, and I know R&R focuses on totals, but I find it pretty advantageous, and I think there's so much less action going on with the WNBA. I think there's a lot of, plus EV spots to hit almost on a daily basis with those slates and so few amount of teams. And so definitely check her out. 80%, she keeps that up. It's an R&R. Check him out too, because he is a solid total WNBA guy. But I focus mostly on baseball. I definitely have put out plenty of WNBA winners, and we are 2-0 this week. But baseball, up 100 units already on the season. Goal is, of course, 200 like we did last year. It's been tough. We're slogging through a pretty mediocre, even week. But we have another good card today, 4-4 yesterday. And for the free play, I'm looking in Pittsburgh, where the Pirates are on rest, hosting the Giants, and the Giants also had Thursday off, and visiting beautiful Pittsburgh here in the Midwest, as Carlos Rodon will take the mound. The Giants haven't played very well with Rodon on the mound, unfortunately, and on the road they're just 2-4 straight up. But the guy has stuff that is just phenomenal. He is all over the analytics. His exit velocity is top 10 of all starters. His barrel rate is top 10 of all starters. His expected ERA is nearly a half point better than his don't say ERA, and his FIP is sub 3. I mean, the guy is phenomenal and deserves more offense than he's been getting. But recently he has been getting that offense. And on the Pittsburgh side, with Pittsburgh, it's just one of those things. You're always going to have to get, you have to almost find the right ways to go against them or find the right ways to back them, because it's kind of like the Yankees, Joe's Yankees. If you back them, it's going to be hard. They have to almost go 45-16 to make money on those minus 250, minus 300 spots. And so what we're doing here is attacking the Giants, being ahead after the first 5 innings. You have to lay a little more juice than I love because of the equal at bats. Better than laying the minus 200 just to win, better than laying the minus 200 just to be ahead. If you want, you can definitely go and find DraftKings, FanDuel, places like Bovada are going to have minus 1s that you can get at plus money, and that's worth it. It's push possible, but better juice if you wanted to get plus money on that spot. But the Pirates just can't hit out of a wet paper bag the last week to 10 days against the left-handed hitters. Only one team is worse than their slash with their WOBA at 264. And so I find that Rodon is probably going to plow through them at least the first time through, and maybe even Zach Thompson holds the Giants down like they've looked on the road. But, even at 1-0, we cash here. And so I just think there's an amazing amount of value on the Giants being ahead after the first 5 innings.
Sports fans, the doctor's made a house call. He says the Giants minus a half a run, first 5 is a winner. He is a winner, guys. And those 100 units up in baseball alone is really impressive. And then when you go to think of the fact that his par for the course is 200 units, it's off the charts. Just to give you guys a little thought of what that means. That's per 100, plus all those units per $100 a unit, thousands and thousands of dollars, guys. And you don't have to bet thousands to make thousands. Yeah. If you follow Dr. Chuck. So go follow him. Doc, you going to stick around for a minute?
You bet.
I love when he sticks around. So, guys, we're going to go to the newest kid on the block, to our show and to some of the other shows. By the way, you're going to get a double dose of Jeff, which, by the way, I think is an award-winning adult film. A double dose of Jeff. I'm the only one that's going to get away with that one. Jeff Michaels, who's doing some great work over at SportsMemo, guys. He's pulling double duty today. You're going to see him and me both on the MLB show later on today.
Along with Kevin Thomas
with KT, Kevin Thomas. But I know he's doing some great work, and we're honored to have him. And for those of you out there who are not aware of the exciting news, Jeff's dad, who is Ralph, who is the godfather, I tagged him as the godfather of sports betting now, who is Ralph Michaels over at Wager Talk. He came up with a concept. There's no husband and wife teams in the business, and there's really just Jeff and Ralph as the father and son team. And so we're going to do a show come football. We're thinking of calling it Family Affair, and it's going to be a very interesting concept on college and pro football sports betting. We are going to be giving out, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet, giving out special things. You're going to have to wait to tune in. But this is going to be a show that we're going to have Wager Talk and Sports Memo guests on. But we're looking forward to that with Jeff, Ralph, Dionne, and myself. But guys, without any further ado, he's doing great work over at Sports Memo. He's got some exciting things he'd like to tell you about tonight and this weekend. And he's got another free play winner for you. Jeff Michaels, a.k.a. JM Sports, take it away.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, guys. Dr. Chuck, I got to give you the shout out. Over 200 units. I ended last baseball season at 198 units. I was right there behind you, but I was hunting for that 200 too. But hey, we're on a 69% run on MLB sides plays, 4 units or better, and we're up over 121 units in those last 65 games. And I got another big 4-star run line MLB play for you today, and I've hit 6 out of the last 8. So there's a good one for you up there to go check out on SportsMemo too. But when it comes to today's free play, we're going to take a look at this Milwaukee-Cincinnati game going over that 9.5 total. And, I like Eric Lauer out there on the mound. Record-wise, he's been impressive. But in his last 3 starts, he's posted a 6.6 ERA. And they've gone over in all 3 of those starts. On top of that, Milwaukee's gone over in 4 out of 6 of his road starts where he's had an ERA over 5. Both teams have put up 5 or more runs against their division opponents this year. The NL Central's been putting up a multitude of runs head to head. Milwaukee's 17-12 over under against the division, and Cincinnati's 15-8, which both include 6 overs in the 6 head-to-head matchups this year between the two teams. Cincinnati's gone over the total more than 87% of Major League Baseball teams at home with an 18-11 record. They're putting up over 6 runs, and they're allowing 5.7 runs on their home field. They're 20-8 over under at home against starting pitchers who strike out 5 or more batters in the last 2 years. And this is Hunter Green's 3rd start already this season against Milwaukee. So both of the first 2 went over the total, and I see these Milwaukee bats taking advantage of that again. So see this game going over that 9.5 mark.
Sports fans, Jeff Michaels, a.k.a. JM Sports. Guys, go over the SportsMemo. He's doing some great stuff. Go follow him. He is doing some real great stuff, and we do look forward to his contribution later on today to the MLB Sports Betting Show Full Count. I look forward to that because last week he did pretty darn good on the show. Guys, I know Jeff is going to stick around. Dr. Chuck's going to stick around. It's time to adjust the volume on your headset. It's time to adjust the volume.
Are you up next?
Because I'm up next. I'm back cleanup today, guys. Let me tell you what's going on. I'm very excited. First of all, I swept the board again last night. I don't even know how many sweeps I have in the last 3 weeks. That's true. I won both my NBA and MLB releases. Sports says my baseball is currently heating up as it usually does going into All-Star break. Today I have isolated one big winner for you. My coveted MLB best bet play. They are on a 6-1 run, and today is my strongest yet this season. This is by far the best bet on the board. It's available right now at SportsMemo for just $15. Let's go to my free play. I'll be pissing some people off, but that's okay. I'm used to just pissing off bookmakers, but today we're going to piss off the city of Los Angeles. My friends, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. A few years ago, if it wasn't a COVID year with a strange schedule and strange rules, the Los Angeles Dodgers do not win the pennant, therefore do not win the World Series. While this team does have a lot of talent, I'm not arguing that, they lack heart. That's right, I said it. They lack heart. I'll say it one more time, Los Angelinos. They lack heart. This is a team that had a stronghold in the NL West and now sit a half game behind San Diego in the division. Meanwhile, over in the AL, Cleveland has won 4 in a row, 13 of the last 16, to climb within just 2 games of the Twins in this Central. I know how many people like Clayton Kershaw, but he's dealing with an injury, and this will be just his 3rd start in about, give or take, 5 weeks. And let's face it, guys, a couple of his last few starts have not been outstanding. He comes out off his shortest stint so far this season, going just 4 innings less than a week ago in a loss at San Francisco. Zach Plesac, that has he's had 3 solid outings in a row, as the team has won 2 of those 3 turns. And I think for sure they can get at least 5 to 6 innings out of him today. The Guardians' bats have certainly heated up, while the Dodgers lineup have cooled down quite a bit. Guys, they've accounted for 8 total runs in their last 5 outings. Cleveland is 4-0 the last 4 versus the NL West, 5-0 the last 5 interleague road games, 4-1 the last 5 versus left-handed starters. I just don't think the Dodgers bats can be reliable here. I'm going to take Cleveland on the run line, plus 1.5, plus $1.10. Guys, and I'm going to sprinkle a little something. Not something on them straight up on the money line, plus 240 as of prior to the show. I like this game. We have a couple announcements before we run down what free plays we have, Dionne, we have a few announcements.
We do. Don't forget that huge early bird football package. Use code football100. And while you're at it, go ahead and pick up my WNBA 30-day package for just $59, less than $2 a day. Use code WNBA30 upon checkout.
Sports fans, help us reach our goal of hitting 5,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button right here on YouTube. We want to hit 5,000 this weekend. Help us reach our goal. Guys, we want to keep coming back to you, keep giving you what you want, which is a few laughs, but a ton of free winners, great content. So please help us reach our goal. Also, tune in later today to Full Count, Sports Memo's MLB betting coverage show. I'm going to be hosting. Joining me, KT, Kevin Thomas, Jeff Michaels of JM Sports. So don't make any of your Friday baseball betting decisions. Until then, go to Sports Memo's YouTube channel. Like I said, like, subscribe. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. We want to keep bringing you what you want. We want you to keep coming back. Also, go to Sports Memo's Twitter channel. The best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet are at Sports Memo. We post a ton of free stuff. You get great columns by Eric Pauly. You get futures. Go there. Also, follow Ross Benjamin Sports. Jeff Michaels at James Sports. CLE. Dr. Chuck at Dr. Chuck Sports. Dionne, what is your Twitter?
You can find me over at the First Lady of Vegas, and you can find Joey over at Joe D'Amico Wins.
Let's run down them free plays today. Ross Benjamin, who had to go, apparently had another nude modeling shoot. That's all I'm saying. He had the Cardinals, Red Sox under 10. Dionne, what did you have?
I am going with the Tigers.
Dr. Chuck.
Let's go Giants.
Let's go to JM Sports, Jeff Michaels. I think you're muted, Jeff.
Milwaukee and Cincinnati going over that 9.5.
I hope you weren't just muting the volume too, because my voice is so long. Just kidding. Just kidding, buddy. And Joe D, your sexy and savory host, is Guardians plus 1.5 plus $1.10. Sprinkle a little something plus the 240 on the money line. Dionne, can you take us out of here?
I sure can. So tune in every day next week for some very special guests and a ton of free winners. On behalf of Ross, Jeff, Dr. Chuck, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Don't forget to subscribe and comment, folks. Have a great weekend. Good luck. And have a winning day.